Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you are having a fantastic weekend so far. With it being Saturday once again, that means it's time for another episode of Old Weekly Home Fragrance Roundup, the video that goes up every Saturday where I just chit chat about all of the home fragrance that I was using around the house over the course of the past week. So what I was burning, what I was melting, what I was crocking, what I was lamping. Did I pick up any Pura when I went grocery shopping earlier this week? No, I did not, because I ended up going to, where'd I go? I went to Grocery Outlet, not to Fred Meyer. Unfortunately, Grocery Outlet does not carry Pura refills, but if they did, that'd be fantastic. So anyway, I think I'll probably have to go to Fred Meyer this next week. I know that I definitely have to go get gas, and I usually get it at Fred Meyer, so I'll pop in there. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys had a good week. Honestly, my week has been pretty insane. I'm filming this on Friday, pretty late after work. I just walked in the door about 30 minutes ago, I think. So yeah, I did not think that I was actually gonna end up filming this video this week, but I have a little bit of time before I have to start dinner, so I figured I'd go ahead and see if I can get this done. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into everything here. Before we get started, usual disclaimer, check out the description box. I'll put links to where I got all of these candles that I'm discussing, all of the wax melts. Well, we're not talking about a whole lot of wax melts. Honestly, my Scentsy warmers were off for most of this week. I do have some things going in there now, but you'll see that in the next part of the video here. But yeah, there's not a whole lot to discuss Scentsy wise. So, but yeah, if you check out the description box, there's lots of links down there. There's some discount codes. There's other home fragrance related content that you can check out if you're interested. You guys know this, it's the same every week. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get started by taking a look at some candles that I actually just lit downstairs. I filmed the next few clips that you're going to see first. So let's go ahead and see what I'm going to be enjoying on this very sunny. It's so sunny right now. I got out of work and it was like 78 degrees. Like it was really, really warm and very bright on the drive home. So yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what I decided to light up for this Friday evening. All right, it is Friday, kind of early evening. I just got home from work, so let's light up some candles. Here in the dining room, I want to continue to burn the new Kringle Reserve Lemon Splash. Now, let me show you what I just accidentally did here right before hitting record. I trimmed these wicks way too short. I am probably going to have to let this pool out just a little bit and probably wick up a little bit of this wax in here to get it to recover. But yeah. Let's go ahead and put a flame to this. I'm going to be curious to see how tiny this flame is. Oh, it's not terrible. This might recover. There we go. I think that might recover for me. We'll see. Anyway, so let's go ahead and enjoy this one in here. I have really been actually liking this scent a lot more when it's lit. I feel like on cold sniff, it was missing just a little bit of sweetness, but there's actually a little bit more sweetness that's coming out when this one actually gets a flame to it. So anyway, I am gonna burn this probably for about the next 4 hours. And I don't think that I'm gonna start another evening burn after that. Honestly, I have to get to bed pretty early tonight because I have to be at work by 8:30 tomorrow. And it's going to be a 13-hour day. So I think let's go ahead and maybe light up something in the family room. I think I might do another Kringle Reserve fragrance in there. So let's see which one we maybe want to enjoy in there. All right, I've moved over to the family room and I think I want to light up the cherry cola in here. So I already trimmed the wicks. I was a little more careful with these. But this is still very much coming across as a cherry almond type of fragrance to my nose. It's not cherry cola at all for me personally, but I do actually really like this fragrance. I think it's really pretty. I just think it's definitely going to be a deceiving one where if you are expecting a like fizzy soft drink type of concoction here, that's not what I'm personally getting. But if you're into that like nice cherry almond with just a hint of ginger to it, then this one might be worth checking out. So anyway, I'm gonna enjoy this one for the evening here, and I feel like I want to light up one more candle, but where? It's gonna have to make sense with what I have going so far, and I don't think that I really have anything. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to light a candle in the powder room, so let's go light one up in there. All right, this is the downstairs powder room, and I have really been enjoying the Dirty Couture from TB Fragrances in here. Honestly, I feel like this is almost a touch too strong for a room of this size here, but I love it. So we're gonna go ahead and light this one up for the evening, and I think that's probably good. I think I may want to pop in some Scentsy. Actually, let's go pull some Scentsy together. Speaking of Scentsy, there is a box that arrived the other day. I have literally not had time to really go through it yet. I am also waiting on one other order, and then I want to do an April Scentsy haul, so that'll go up at some point in the near future here, but let's go ahead and pick out some bars that we can enjoy over the weekend around here. All right, this is the cabinet at the top of the stairwell here where I keep all of my Scentsy, and I'm not quite sure what I want, although I am kind of once again craving the petals and peaches, so I think we might need at least one of those. What else? Anything else from in here? What's this? Sizzling coconut. Dare we get into the coconut already? I don't think I want to do that, but I think I do. I think I want to pull one of these. This is Country Candle Sweet Stuff. They discontinued this fragrance a little while ago. Mick said he was going to bring it back, but it hasn't come back quite yet. This is a really good dupe for the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Boom Boom Cream scent, so that's a good option. Are you home from school? Yeah. Okay, I'm filming. Okay. I'll be downstairs in a second. Ooh, what's in here? Okay, I think, you know what? I know what I want. Oh, you okay? Yeah, okay, Cake Me to Paradise. That's what I want. All right, Cake Me to Paradise, Sweet Stuff, and Petals and Peaches. That's what's going into Scentsy for the weekend. All right, let's go check out what is in the Crocs right now, and then we will head downstairs and just talk about a few of the updates from this past week. Okay, we're kind of starting in a weird location, but since we ended at the top of the stairs, this makes sense. So this is the crock that lives in my master bedroom, and I decided to go ahead and put the last, what is this, about half? Oh, less than half of my Kringle Reserve Pink Peony and Pomelo. I quickly actually looked through some comments today, and someone had requested that I compare all of the Kringle Peonies. I have actually not tried all of them myself quite yet, so I might put that on the to-do list for some point this summer. But that is a really good idea. It might be kind of interesting to compare all of the peony scents. That's a really good idea. Thank you for that. Anyway, I love this particular fragrance. It's a really nice mix of citrus and floral. It's not overly sweet. It just kind of has the perfect amount of sweetness to it. It's been a really enjoyable bedroom fragrance. So, and it's actually, I would say, much stronger in the candle crock than it was burning, but it was a solid medium performer burning as well. So whether you crock it or burn it, the performance on this one is quite good. So if you're looking for a floral, like I said, with that hint of citrus, this one might be a good one to check out. So let's go ahead and check out the crock in the back bedroom of the house, and then we'll check out the candle crock in the laundry room. And I was using one of my lamps this week. So in this teal colored crock here, I have Kringle bunnies and flowers from the Easter collection. There's not much wax actually left in here. There's just a little bit at the bottom. I wanted to basically extend my enjoyment with this one. It was burning pretty hot, so it was going kind of fast. So putting it into the crock actually, I think, gives me a slightly longer fragrance experience than if I would have just finished burning it. So I really, really like this one, you guys. I did just recently this week review all of the Easter candles, so definitely reference those videos. Kringle ended up putting the Easter collection on sale for 30%. I don't know if any of those candles have sold out as of yet. Honestly, I haven't been on the website much this week. But if you are interested in the Easter candles, they are on sale as of now. So I'm not sure if that sale is going to run until the Easter candles are sold out, or if it's just like a promotion over, you know, this weekend. I'm not sure what the deal is, but I would say if you're interested in any of the Easter candles, pick them up during this sale because it's a pretty good deal. So in the teal crock here in the laundry room is Berry Citrus Bloom, also from the Kringle 2025 Easter collection. There is not much wax left in this one either. You can see there's just a little bit at the bottom there. I really like this fragrance as well, and I figured since, again, it was almost finished, I'd enjoy the last little bit of it by using it to fragrance the laundry room here. This particular scent, I think, actually smells even a little bit better in the crock. It's not necessarily stronger, but it's actually sweeter smelling. And I really like that in the case of this one. So anyway, if you just buy your candles to crock them, this one smells amazing in the crock. So yeah, definitely glad that I went ahead and popped this one in here. It definitely makes me want another one of these to just basically plop in here to begin with. But I'm going to try to refrain from doing that right now. But it is a really, really lovely fragrance. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at what I have been warming underneath the lamp in my kitchen. This is the white marble base My Luxe garden warmer that I have in my kitchen. I do have this one linked down below if you are interested in it. But I decided to go ahead and plop the HomeWorx Candied Sorbet under here. The Candied Sorbet it smelled fine burning. I don't think that it necessarily needs to be melted, but honestly, there are some other candles that I want to take out from my backup stash from HomeWorx that I want to start enjoying for the spring and summer. So I decided to just pop this one under here. I think it's a great fruity background fragrance. This is another one that I reviewed this week. So if you're curious, it should be pretty recent, or you can find it on my HomeWorx playlist. So if you're interested in this one, I really like it a lot. And like I said, just as a great fruity background fragrance, this one is kind of perfect for that. So Anyway, this completes the tour of what's currently happening. So let's go ahead and discuss some of the other candles from this past week. Hope you guys enjoyed that little tour of what's currently happening. I'm honestly really excited to head back downstairs after filming this video to get this up on YouTube for you guys, just to see what the downstairs smells like. I'm actually really excited about the 2 Kringle candles that I lit down there. I'm really enjoying both of those. In fact, I feel like I'm enjoying this entire launch for this latest Kringle Reserve drop. Let me know in the comments down below whether you picked anything up or not. Let's actually start with the other 2 candles that are part of that collection or that most recent launch. White Lotus. I really like this one, although I will say this is definitely very powdery. And I was actually talking to Brett, Philly Candleman, the other day, and he was saying that this smells kind of soapy to him. And I do have to agree that it does actually, I think, also smell a little bit soapy. I feel like to me it's coming off a little bit more powdery, but I can definitely see the soap reference as well. Almost like a powdery soap. But I really like it. I really like this Lotus note a lot in here. This is just a very beautiful, very, I'm gonna use the word like potent here again. It's a very potent floral. So if that's something that you're into, it's also got quite a bit of green in it. So if that's something that you think will rock your world, I would definitely suggest checking this one out. Okay, the favorite, I think, out of the 4 though, and this is kind of crazy because most of you guys are aware in terms of my feelings regarding mint. I don't really normally love mint, but this minty melon this is really good, you guys. I'm loving this. Like, this is something that I really want more of for this summer. You know what I would think, what I think this would pair really well with is the Voluspa Kalahari watermelon. I bet these 2 fragrances together would be absolutely heavenly. I have, not that I have any business buying any more hearth candles this year, but I was very tempted to pick up the Kalahari watermelon in the hearth size from Bloomingdale's. Bloomingdale's had a sale, it was like a friends and family sale or something, where they were offering 25% off of Voluspa candles that included all of the sizes. Now, I refrained. I think when we get a little bit closer to summer, I might go ahead and pick that up. I really like that one from Voluspa last year. I don't know, maybe I'll just get it in like a 3-wick size. That would probably be plenty, but yeah, I just think that that particular watermelon would pair so well with this watermelon here. They both have, you know, a little hint of green from the rind of the watermelon in them. And I don't know, I'm really digging that right now. So, but this here is absolutely beautiful. I love it. Mint and all. I'll take the mint. Now, am I a mint convert? I'm not gonna say that quite yet. Yeah. I love to consume mint. Like, I love, you know, a nice minty gum. I love a mojito, but I don't feel like I need to smell mint in my house. You know, minty toothpaste, great. I just feel like a lot of times mint comes off as just a little too fresh, maybe. This is like the perfect fresh. It's like a little hint of freshness. It's not overwhelming mint. I think that's what I really like about that one. So, actually, you know what? Let's kind of reverse and let's go back and talk about some candles that I finished this week. One of the ones that I finished in the candle crock downstairs was the Sicilian Orange. I ended up putting in the Kringle Easter candle that you will have just seen. I really love Sicilian Orange. I've gone through multiples of those. It's a very herbal orange. I really like it, but I have had a couple of you guys pick it up just starting with the large jar, and you've said that you don't really like it. I can see where that could potentially happen. So if you are at all worried about the herbal note in the Sicilian orange, I would say pick it up in a wax melt or a daylight first, but I really like it. It just is very fresh. It's another one of those fantastic reset fragrances that just kind of give your house like this clean vibe to it. Even if you maybe haven't started your spring cleaning yet, it just gives you this feeling of freshness in your house, and I really like that. I also finished these last two ScentWorx candles, the s'mores and the sugar cookie. These were the last two that I needed to review. I'll just kind of show you how they ended up. This one got pretty dirty, and I can see the wick clips, so but there's still, I feel like there's still a fair amount of wax in the bottom here, despite, yeah, that part's fine. That's not like a huge deal, but it sucks because I somewhat like this fragrance. It's not like I don't love it, but I do like this fragrance. It's mostly milk chocolate, but it's actually a pretty decent milk chocolate. But this candle here will not fit into any of my candle crocks. I could maybe put it on one of those hot plate warmers, but even that, like, this wouldn't really fully sit on there because the hot plate warmer I have is, I mean, also it's just too big on the bottom, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I think I've made my feelings pretty clear about the ScentWorx revamp. I'm not impressed. I just think they need to go back to the drawing board with this. The wicks are probably the biggest issue. And then also I do think Strength and Throw could be better on a lot of these. So sugar cookie, this one, I think this one burned a little bit better maybe than the s'mores. This one didn't get nearly as discolored towards the, well, you can't really tell this is discolored, but I can just kind of tell by what I see on the side of the jar here that this one started to like want to get a little sooty. This one has a little bit of that, but it's not nearly as bad as the s'mores. So I really also liked the sugar cookie scent. But that being said, the burn performance wasn't super great, and hopefully Slatkin and Co can figure it out with this revamp here and can maybe fix some things. I wish that they would have kept ScentWorx the same. Not that I was ever into it when they were available at Kohl's. I would buy the candles from time to time, but I also, you know, it's not the same as, you know, my love for HomeWorx. I really probably personally prefer HomeWorx over ScentWorx. So anyway, for what it's worth, those are my thoughts on the ScentWorx. All right, let's go ahead and move on to this one. I finished the Pink Sands, you guys. This is my very first Yankee Candle Pink Sands. I know it took me a long time to discover her, but I really like this one. And it burned so well the whole, this is a Yankee, you guys. This is a Yankee candle. And look at how well that burned. Look how clean that is. Yankee Candle, you did it. And this also is really strong. Like, this had an amazing performance from start to finish, the whole way. Like, the strength and throw remained the same. So yeah, I can get this one at Fred Meyer. So this might be another one of those things that just accidentally makes its way into my grocery cart the next time that I'm at Fred Meyer, because I know this is something that I'm going to be craving all summer long. So if you've never tried Pink Sands, it smells a lot like Flamingo Beach from Bath & Body Works. Very tropical, fruity kind of vibe. All right, the other, I've got some HomeWorx candles here, so let's pull those out really quickly. Iced Cherry Fizz, I reviewed this one this week. I really like this particular cherry. It's a very sweet cherry. This one, I think, well, I would say all three of them seem to burn really, really hot. So they seem to be going a little bit faster than some of my other HomeWorx candles. But this particular fragrance, like, the more that it's one of those where the more that I smell it, the more I fall in love with it. I liked it a lot initially, but I think I'm at a place now where I think I actually love this. I would get another one of these. So this one's really delicious, and so far so good in terms of strength and throw. And then we have the whipped raspberry vanilla. You guys, I love this one. I am gonna probably order this in a set of 2 here in May from QVC. You can find this in a set of 2 from QVC. I think the free shipping might still be available. The set of 2, I saw it on sale earlier this week for just around $40 to $43 with free shipping. I'm not sure if that's still a thing, but if it is, I think that's a pretty good price. The strength and throw on this has been fantastic, and it's really, really delicious. If you like raspberry, it's definitely worth checking out. Okay, let's see here. Let's talk Voluspa. I am still burning my 2 hearth candles. I did not bring them upstairs. I just brought the lids to talk about. So this is the lid to California Summers. It's not called California Dreams. I was calling it that forever, and then had a realization that that's actually not the name of the candle. This one is actually burning pretty darn good for me. I lit it up on Monday and Tuesday. I was off on Monday and Tuesday of this week, and these candles do need to stay lit for, you know, a number of hours. This is a very large jar. Like, this is the lid for it, and this is like the inside lip. So that's a big candle. That's as big as my enormous head. So it takes a while for these to kind of get going and to get that like decent wax pool. So I typically burn these Voluspa candles for around 6 or 7 hours, and that kind of seems to be a good sweet spot. So California Summers is doing good. There is still a little bit of wax that wants to stick to the outside, but it's not tunneling. That one has stopped the tunneling. But my Tahitian coconut vanilla, I talked about this last week, and I had sent an email to Voluspa and asked if maybe I was doing something wrong because my candle is tunneling like crazy. And I sent them pictures, and they actually responded and said, oh, that candle is burning fine. And I was like, yeah, but it's tunneling. And they responded and said, yeah, like that just, sometimes they'll do that, and the rest of the wax will eventually meet up with, you know, the wax pool as it goes down. But then I was like, okay, I can appreciate that, but my wicks are really short. And that's not normally an issue. Like, the wicks are really short on my California Summers, but it pulls out just fine. But if any of this other wax on the sides does start to melt, it is going to flood those wicks. So I'm still burning it, and I feel like I am definitely, usually when I am blowing that one out, I am sticking a couple of like big cotton balls in there to absorb a little bit of that wax, because I'm sure there is a little bit from the side that is now melting into the wax pool when it's created. And eventually I just think it's gonna dud out. And at that point, I will definitely be sad. And I will definitely want it replaced. So, but I'm gonna give it the old college try here, and we're gonna keep going. I have a contact person, so I will send them pictures, because that person is convinced that it's gonna be fine. I don't think it is. So we'll see. Okay, we have just a few more Kringle candles here. Just a quick note about these two. The reviews are up, so if you're interested, like I said, all of the Easter candles are now 30% off. And I'll just kind of show you, they have been burning really, really well. This is the Easter petals, so nice burn, so pretty. This is the most stunning neroli. Neroli is like an orange flower type of scent, very perfumey, a little bit of green, a little bit sweet, stunning. Really nice neroli in that one. And then the chocolate eggs. Oh, you guys, I love the chocolate eggs. Kringle does chocolate really well. If you want a nice chocolate scent with a solid strength and throw, I would pick this up for 30% off. I mean, if you don't like the label, just turn it around. It's a pretty blush color, right? Like, just enjoy this. But yeah, man, this is good. This is a good solid milk chocolate. Like, I really like that a lot. The carrot cake I also reviewed, but I'm popping this one into my candle closet now, and I'm not even quite to the halfway point here. I'm actually saving this one for the fall because this smells like spice cake to my nose, and I think it's gonna be perfect with a bunch of my fall candles. And I don't know, I'm not in the mood for spice cake right now. With it being spring, I'm in the mood for stuff like this, for pink sands, for the whipped raspberry vanilla. Like, I want fruity, I want lighter gourmands, some florals, you know, that kind of stuff. The spice, trust me, I'll be craving it soon enough. So, and listen, with the way this year is just flying by, September is going to be here in no time. And September is the start of fall for me in my heart. It might be in October for you, but we are different. I love the fall. I'm already excited about it. Okay, one last, well, actually here, one last Easter candle. This one, I'm almost, I've got about, what, a third of it left. I want to save this one to pop into my candle crock in the downstairs laundry room. So I'm going to take this back downstairs. This is sweet as can be. This is basically a lemon pound cake to my nose, and I want it downstairs in the laundry room. So we're gonna obviously wait for that candle down there to dud out or to lose the fragrance oils, and then I'm gonna pop this one in its place. So yeah, I am going to be going into my backup closet, probably, I don't know, maybe Sunday evening, I don't know, one of those days. And I'm gonna be pulling out some of my backup candles that I have just been wanting to enjoy. So I wanna get out some sweet cream. I wanna get my farm stand collection out from HomeWorx. I'm really excited to dig into farm stand peach, farm stand blueberry, and farm stand strawberries. So I think I'm gonna bring a trio of that downstairs, and next week I really want to enjoy a lot of fruity scents, so I'll let you know how it goes with the burns on those. But honestly, a lot of those are from like way back in the day when I purchased multiple sets from QVC. So I'm not really doing that anymore, which is great because, man, those HomeWorx candles took up a huge part of that closet out there. And once I get through a couple more of these trios, then I think I'll go ahead and go on to QVC and buy a couple sets of 2 of some of these newer fragrances that I really love that are available over on Q. So, all right, you guys, I think I'm just gonna leave it there for this week. I'm gonna get downstairs. I have to cook dinner for my family, get stuff ready for the wedding that I'm doing tomorrow, and try and get this video up. So I hope you all have a really fantastic weekend. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below here. I appreciate you watching. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.